South Africa's Archbishop Desmond Tutu has died at the age of 90. Tutu was a key figure in bringing South Africa's apartheid system to an end. His death was announced by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Tutu was also a human rights activist and he received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984. We take a look back at his extraordinary life.
This was the moment Desmond Tutu called the most beautiful moment of his life. February 11th, 1990, the day Nelson Mandela was released from prison. The freedom fighter and the priest united against apartheid.
We were intent on building up a new kind of society, a society that is compassionate, caring.
Since the 1940s, racism had become South Africa's state doctrine, a brutal regime in which the white minority oppressed the black majority. At the time, Desmond Tutu worked as a teacher, but he soon joined the Anglican Church and became a priest, preaching against the oppression of South African blacks. He called for peaceful resistance and soon became one of the most important spokesmen of the anti-apartheid movement.
If you think you can stop us from becoming free, you are going to be stampeded. The system tries all it can to destroy us. It won't succeed. God is on our side.
Outside of South Africa, Tutu received great recognition for his courage. In 1984, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Tutu was a thorn in the side of the country's apartheid government, but his prominence also shielded him. In 1985, the Anglican Church elected him Bishop of Johannesburg and later Archbishop of Cape Town. After the end of apartheid came a further step towards politics under South Africa's first black president. Nelson Mandela asked his friend to lead a Truth and Reconciliation Committee. For months, Tutu listened to the confessions of perpetrators and to victims' accounts, often becoming overwhelmed by them. Later, Mandela thanked him, saying Tutu had protected South Africa from hatred and revenge.
The way you accompanied our people on the long walk to freedom helped have foster respect for life and human rights, irrespective of color, religion, gender, or age.
After his term as Archbishop, Tutu traveled the world, using his prominence to campaign for human rights and climate protection and to fight discrimination, all the while never losing his sense of humor. In the eyes of many, he was most often relaxed and laughing. He later made friends with another spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama. Meetings between the two were always witty and humorous.
You see, he's not listening.
I will not listen.
Behave like a holy man.
Desmond Tutu once said injustice and oppression will never prevail. And that's how he is remembered, as a hero in the fight against apartheid and for justice.
He's going to miss you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And bring in DW correspondent Thuso Khumalo in Johannesburg, South Africa. Thuso, an incredibly sad day for so many South Africans. How did the end come for such a beloved figure?
Yes, Desmond Tutu passed away today, and this morning at 90 years. He's been a figure for when it comes to apartheid and fighting apartheid in South Africa. He's one person who is known for doing his best. You know that when Nelson Mandela and the likes were in prison, it was Tutu who was out here trying by all means to protect and fight for justice for those who could not fight for justice themselves. And we know that in his last years and the past years, he has been in and out of hospital because he had prostate cancer. And at 90, obviously, he had done his bit. He was rarely in the open or in the public because of his ill health, but he's really a hero, a person who has been seen by a lot of South Africans as next to Nelson Mandela because the fight that he made for apartheid. You remember during apartheid and when apartheid was rounding up, he's the man who was there in the Reconciliation Commission where he was a Truth and Reconciliation Commission where he was trying by all means to bring peace between those who perpetrated apartheid and the black South Africans. So it is a very big loss for South Africans at large, not only South Africans, because he also fought battles of injustices outside South Africa's borders.
Well, I wanted to ask you what his death will mean for South Africa.
His death is a blow to South Africa, but also it enriches South Africa because I think he has left a legacy that no one can avoid. When it comes to his death now, of course, that figure is no longer around, but his legacy and the Desmond Tutu legacy, foundation that he left behind him, I think is going to strengthen South Africans when it comes to apartheid. He will remain a father figure in terms of what he has done for this country, in terms of bringing reconciliation. Yes, racism is still there in South Africa, but Tutu is going to be credited for fighting very hard to make sure there's no apartheid happening again in South Africa.
All right, thank you. Thuso Khumalo, DW correspondent in South Africa.